again, genuinely, and the theme of this tournament going into it, like just brutal honesty with it, like that will get you pulled. Okay? Put your hands on it. 3. Good pass. Better. 2. 1. Come on, let's go. Stop putting the one hand on. Okay? Like serve receive, one hand, again, once in a lifetime skill. Okay? If you start doing it on, if you get it perfect one time, and like you, NFL, you know how challenges work? They get a challenge every single one that they get to go contest the call or whatever. Or even volleyball, same thing, they get challenges. If you challenge and it's right, cool, you get it back. If you challenge and you're wrong, it's gone. You can't do it no more. Okay? So if you go with one hand, sure, if you got in that joint, alright, cool, you earned yourself one more one hand save out. But don't go do it twice and be like, alright, this is my thing now. Alright? Put 2 hands up. Swing. Just a little. Stay low. Don't need to open up. Stay low. Wait. That one's not as fast. You're there. But now you're like popping up to go get it because you're like, okay, I gotta go. And that shot you're picking right now, like that pass, isn't working for you the same type of way. So trust, try something different, stay low, make the pass, okay? 3, 6. Stay low, drill it, or 2 hands. 1. 3. 1. It's a good one. Good. Stay low. You went low, but you stopped moving. Okay? Huh? Okay. You got stop. Fix it. Don't need an excuse. It's just like, all right, you understand what it is, now change it. That's what I was talking about yesterday. Right? Like, you don't need the justification, you just need to change. If you change it, I'm not going to go 3 of them later and like, oh, I did good passing. You're like, oh yeah, but 2 of those you got your foot stuck. Again, it sounds whack because it is. What do you do? 2. Swinging. Get past it. Good. 3. 3. Swinging. Go like you're running to your right. Go sink into it. Okay, so drop that hip and kind of lean to push, or go get it on your hands. Again, like this idea of where you're at on the court dictates how much you have to put into it. So like if you're going and you're on the black line in front of you, and you go take one with your hands and it's outside your body on your right, this pushing is on your strong arm and on your strong side, giving it as much force to fight back as possible. The left hand is just kind of putting there as support for your inside digits that are a little bit more vulnerable when you do that to kind of steer it on. But now it's like, okay, like let me push. If it's too high and I'm early, all right, that's going to target, I'm close enough, it's going to go down. If it's later and it's going to drop, that's when you can start hitting these ones where now, okay, I put my hip in front of it, let me drop and push it on. You did 2 or 3 where I put it on your left side and you did it great. But now that I'm pushing you to the right, you're getting uncomfortable, so you're going back to like, oh, I say I can get a touch on it, let me just put 1. Or you're going like, okay, like let me run across and try to do something really hard. Okay? Be quicker to it, hands, or go get that limited line, right? Don't come up so fast. Better, 3. Like, see the height change on, right? 2, you're waiting. See my arm kind of come across. Because again, like, one of the reasons, like, okay, go put a ball on the wall, start throwing. You start throwing it, you start realizing the things you do correlate to what someone else might do. So now you have the first 5 or 6, when you're trying to throw it really hard, your arm is coming across your body, like you're seeing. So then it makes sense for serves where it's like, oh, I've done this before. Like, I know what happens, I know what it feels like to put your arm across. It's gonna be hard and it's gonna go this way. But it takes longer time, if you timed it, for this to happen than this to happen. So you have more time, go be quick and go get over, okay? If you run past it, left. If you're late to it, go be low, be in a position to kind of strike it. Go get your body kind of square in the middle of the court and push. Okay? Yeah, go with 2. I don't think you know what your result looks like going that way, diving with 2. Like, genuinely, so like, discover it. 3. Swinging and looking. If you agree, yeah, my point of view, this is a lot harder for you going forward than you going back. And if going backwards right now, you're doing really well with the tool to go be behind it to get low, okay? You have assurance from your ability to do it that you can make an adjustment very quickly and fix whatever the problem is, okay? A 1 point difference. If it costs 1 point for you to figure out, okay, if I start closer to help me with the shorter balls, being ready with my hands, or being ready to go forward and clean up, anything like real short, and they get me 1 time switching from the real short one to the really deep one, cool. But you have more ability or more potential to go get the ball that you're late to, and you realize it's going deep, than you do for the ball you're late to. So then that becomes like a positioning thing where now like you can start closer if you've been hit on one of the short ones and then slowly work back. Again, that comes from the confidence or the ability to use your hands, because now the balls that I'm ripping in, they're like real low. They are getting to you and if you pass them fine. Now if you get caught out because you're that one up, you can play that ball with your hands. And if you get scored on in the rest of the play, after that, then you know when I go up to serve again with the same serve, you're just going to start 1 step back. Because that's the one that's threatening you, that's the one that's powerful. It's going to be increasingly hard to find these players that are like really hard, really hard. Here's one short. Here's one long. Here's this, and everywhere. Okay? So you have to start going and assessing like who can actually do that to you, and how you kind of adjust going from there. Okay? So you're gonna start one step up. Okay? And you're either gonna play the ball with your hands. Okay? Or you're gonna play this low one, kind of working back. The serves are either gonna be these bullets coming low, or they're gonna be these little droppings. Okay? Just because it's low doesn't mean it won't end up equal. Ready? 3. So like that one's like you're like taking damage rather than like fighting back, right? And if you get a little bit of like the damage fighting back, it's worth it. But if you're just kind of getting hit and hoping it stops, not worth it. So you can't go and do this, fully commit, play to it, go from there. Okay? Hands. Don't start hitting me with these ones. That's not how you do it. This is gonna hurt you, right? And I don't know if it's still bugging you a bit, or if you're afraid to jam it again. But that's how you get hurt. When you have to commit to it, and like, oh, like this is safe-ish. It's not safe. There's the risk in doing anything. You have to take the risk. Again, like I said it, and just because yesterday when I said it to everyone, like their individual one, that doesn't mean you're not susceptible to the same things that I told other people. So like the whole comfort with being uncomfortable thing, like that's something that like you can tap into a bit. I think sometimes in the heat of the moment you're good with it, but I think in practices you can sit there and you're like, all right, this isn't the time for me to go all out. Oh, games, I can go all out in the game because that's me going all out in the game. Or like, oh, this is the drill, or this is the situation where it's like, oh, playing time's on the line. Time for me to go all out. Right? You have to practice with, okay, strong hands, let me go after it. You jam a finger, cool, that's why we invented that. Keep pushing. Go. You gotta attack. 3. afraid right now with the hands. So now, like this ball that drops in short, you're not moving. You're like, oh, it's gonna get to me. It's not gonna drop. Oh, did it? Got it. Versus like if I'm here, hands higher, my base still low, I can go to this and I can go to this. It's the same like the balance type of stuff. So now you start seeing short serves, even balls that are kind of becoming a little bit more aggressive to your head. Every rep doesn't need to be this one. You're doing it and you're doing it fine. Again, back pocket, there's your assurance. It's great. But this one, right? That's where like the frustration can kind of come. The servicey now is like you as a passer, you're sitting there and you're hitting this every time. 2 times in a row, you get a good pass. We don't score a point. So they go back up for the third serve and they go, we're gonna put one short. And now that's the one that needs. Okay, so now we're down 3 on the run. Okay, and you've kind of like thrown yourself off from like, oh, I have 2 good passes back here. But because you're not willing to whip out this tool or try out this tool, you're gonna get beat on these ones kind of going. That's where like your frustration is. We'll do 2 or 3 great ones. I got nothing to say to you. One mistake out of the whole lot of it. And then, oh my gosh, what the heck is that? But it's like nothing. You need one mistake. I have a tool right now to fix the one mistake. This tool. You got it. Start trying. If it's every once in a while, like you feel like I'm not getting it, the tool's not working, go to what's on. Okay, let me hit one of these. Confidence. Yep, I'm still good at volleyball. And then like go back up to it. You guys joke about it, like when I sit there, like we'll be playing a game and I'll hit one of these. And for me, that's a hard reset to be like, cool, you guys can say all you want about me missing a hit. But the next one, you're gonna get got because now I'm refocused. Same thing, I don't know if it was you or if it was mine who said it when Ryan had the one hit that went off and fooled me, and then the next one I stuffed it back in the face. Like those are the little ones where it's like, okay, I'm out of it, fix myself, fix something, let's go. Alright? Two passes. Hands, dog. Use your hands. Okay, you think everybody's gonna serve that one though? Like, y'all, like, honest, you're not 14 anymore. Like, you're not gonna get the little ones to start getting reps at. You need to practice at a higher tempo, right? Because you're gonna get higher tempo. You're gonna get this higher frequency, okay? And it's, if you feel like, I think in a respectful way, like, you're wrong if you think that like you don't have the skills to do on a normal serve actually set the ball. Because we did it a year ago. It was fine. Right? So why does it take now the regression back to be doing miles up for you to try it? Right? If you mess up, you mess up. So we're on with it, but you get the confidence now because if we're in a game, because you did it 2 times here, or 3 times over this one with one hand. You've done it in games where you just one of these, but that's the type of thing now where when we talk about like, okay, game time, or like you want these goals and stuff, okay, the person who's gonna get those and get those extra reps is gonna fix that problem. Okay, there's no more screaming at the ball and go, oh my god, and like touching it more. Go get a rep now so when it happens in a game, you can genuinely go, oh, that's my mistake. I tried something I don't normally do. It didn't work out perfect. But you can say that like, oh, I made an informed decision to try it, rather than being like, what happened? And it's like, you messed up. Sorry, like, go fix it. So are you in the right spot? Do you think that's right? No. Okay, so change it. think pulling your hands back is the right spot? No, so change it. You're moving it, you're getting shape, better, but same thing. It's not right now. You keep going backwards. Why not forwards? Why not jump? Okay, so dumb it down. The best setters, collegiate level, what do they do on almost every set? They jump, okay? Do you think that the best setters can hit standing sets every single time? Be right there? Be close to it? Probably, okay? But they do it for power. The reason why jump setting becomes such a thing is because as the game gets more intense, and you can see it on defense, on more aggressive serves, these balls start getting a little higher on our passes, okay? That's why it's a really cool skill to be able to push on the ball or keep the ball at like this height on a pass so we can run tempo, right? That's why we train that part, okay? It becomes easier for setters to try and move and be closer to her. Because then they can sit there and just be bigger. With the jump set, expands range through power, okay? So now I can be over here, and now this set is as good as me being down here. So in serve receive now, if you are in a tough spot and you need power to fight back, because regardless, like we've seen it, putting one hand out doesn't work, or like maybe like when you're younger, someone serves at you and like you actually get pulled back by how strong it is, and it goes flying. Those are issues of power, having strength to be behind. So now you have a different way to get strength, jumping, pushing, going forward, all power fighting against the ball. If you go backwards and do the same thing, you're only stopping it where it was when you made contact and it dies off, okay? So you gotta go, attack the ball, even play around with your starting spot again, because maybe being that close and playing with your hands doesn't work for you, but make adjustments, okay? Find your power. Stiff, fingers forward, finish high. Okay. How are your hands finished? Is that recording you?
Yeah.
If you look back at that, no. You're like this. Set a ball like that. Go ahead. Put your hands up. If you can try your best. Look at that, bud. Okay? Now go again. Ready? Same hands. Put them up, because it's coming out your face. Even towards the end of that, you actually put fingers out. You need, again, strong fingers. You push them out, okay? You flex up in here, and you go forward into it. It can be a little bit, but you still want shape around the ball. So now, when you get the actual set, it can come at you, okay? And you can audibly hear where you're pushing. When you start putting your hands towards like these flippers, or like letting me right here, it starts to get angles and you start losing the shape. Again, we don't need it to be pretty, we don't need it to come out as a perfect set. We just need it to be up and playable. So I need a shape that gets up there. I need strength so I don't hurt myself. And I need to adjust so I can just kind of get it higher. Alright? Ready? Okay. How do we keep it on our side? You're going backwards. Go to it and shape. If I throw a ball to the right, you put in, again, your split step, right foot forward, but everything in me is still going up this way, okay? Right now you're like, oh, okay, I think the ball's higher, so you take a step back to try to adjust and be in the right spot, okay? But if you're taking that step back, you might as well be passing it. Right now, I think you need to do a couple of them where it's, hey, my hands are up, it's still aggressive, okay, you miss it. All right, adjust something. Oh, it's a little deep. Okay, my next one, I'm gonna play with my hands, but I'm gonna start here, okay? That one looks a little bit better. Oh, okay, I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start a little to my right. I'm gonna start a little to my left. I'm serving like right in the same spot every single time. But that doesn't mean you have to be smack there every single one. Find which one works for. Go. We go back and forth. So, does that hurt, or you didn't like what you saw?
It still hurts.
Okay. We'll switch from this, but that's a good point for me to go into. Why aren't you taping it up before we start? Because it happened at a tournament, right? You played fine, but like you go over in the middle of the tournament, can I get this tape? Again, that's the prep part of it. It's like, okay, you want to go and do this high level stuff. There's a little bit of discomfort, the hurt that kind of comes with it, the what you sacrifice that kind of comes with it. Are you doing what's best to keep you in that position to go forward? Right? That you should be rapid. You should be taping. I know how to take this up, but it's a matter of like, okay, can you get here 5 minutes early? Or like, hey, can I get this up? Can I do this? Can you go to your mom and be like, hey, before a tournament every single time, we gotta get this right. Find the medicine. We gotta get this right. Those type of things. Okay? Come over here, you're gonna start. Go. less maximum power. Okay? For yours, because you can use this jump, because you're a little taller than like the other era, like you can get this hand up to reach, and you'll get your drop kind of coming down. Okay? That's what your serve needs a little bit more of, is this like sudden drop in it. It has good shake, but the shake is what's bringing it down. It's not a lot of like stiff up here, okay? This needs to feel easy from your shoulder blade to just past your elbow to getting up high. And the push is what's gonna push it this way. Good. Your left foot, you're picking on this way. You need to get it just in the start farther over than your right. Okay? This hip turning now, again, ways to find power. This is flex, and you turn it in, it's gonna come into this lane. If you start where you're just kind of neutral, right? You're taking that last step down this line, so that's where it's gonna go. Okay? Start more aggressive, aiming here. Let your hip bring it into the court. Go. So look where your hips are facing. We're lined up. So out of that run, right? You're coming down in this direction. Your hip should face you start coming down this way. Okay, but then your error, okay, is coming more into this seam. And we're still picking on the person you want to. But especially like you're workshopping right now, we don't want to go like, all right, let me just paint the line, paint the line, paint the line. You want to try to hit it here. And then if you hit it here good, farther, farther. But then you have to be making a conscious decision. Okay, my foot was here. It needs to be here. It needs to be here. Okay, my hip was here. It needs to be here. It needs to be here. The more and more you do with that comfort, again, that's where it's the build up to like being in flow. Alright? Fix your feet, set up, visualize it. Hit it right here. Hit. Okay, ready to hit you on your hand. Okay, throw the ball a little bit more this way. Same running angle, same hip through. Don't come to a stop. Throw the ball less far onto your right. Okay, so closer to your forehead. Good. Your toss is like right here right now. So like in line. Okay? Good serve. We can be anywhere from here. That's your max. aggressive.